G'day, Tony Fountain back again, editor of the Drovers Journal, and we're back doing our veterinary segment with Dr. Wayne Backhouse. Last episode we were talking about grass tetany. Wayne briefly touched in that on the effect of minerals, etc. So thinking about that, it seems to me that's a really important part of the equation. So Wayne, why is this part so important to people?
Well, minerals are really important simply because everybody's chasing minerals, and certainly minerals are important. The constituents of feed are energy and protein. That's the important thing, because when they are right, the minerals are absorbed a lot better. Then vitamins like A and E and B1, and water, of course, is very important. But the macro minerals that we look at are phosphorus, and we know that animals that are eating bones and things like that, that's classic for not calcium deficiency but phosphorus deficiency. Occurs a lot up in the Northern Territory, but as I've been going around Australia, phosphorus deficiency has been occurring all through Australia, including Tasmania. May not be all the time, but at certain seasons. So if you're awake to it, that's pretty good. The other thing, of course, is calcium. And if they get enough calcium, they can store that in their bones. The other thing is sodium, which is a constituent of salt. And that's where supplementation first occurred, because they found that animals had a big craving for sodium. And it's not because they get hooked on it or anything like that. It's because the pastures are low in sodium. Then magnesium, we know with magnesium that you get grass tetany. And then sulfur, we know that with sulfur deficiency you can get things like steel wool and that sort of, and affects wool. The micro minerals in small amounts are the copper, the cobalt deficiency. Copper deficiency, you see that on the coast when you get these red or black cows that have got that rusty colour. Rusty colour, yeah, that's classic of that. Cobalt is coastal wasting disease. Certain areas, especially sandy pastures, when you put the fertiliser down and put improved pastures, you tie up the cobalt, so the animals do particularly badly. Cobalt's important because it's used by the bacteria in the rumen. And then selenium deficiency, been a big push for selenium. The difference between deficiency and toxicity is not very far, and you really should get a blood test for an enzyme called glutathione peroxidase to make sure that your selenium is a deficient problem, and be very careful using porons and supplements at the same time. However, you know if you've overdone it, because the animals walk away and their feet stay there, so it's pretty it's one of those sort of things that you never miss. But certainly with cattle and sheep you can get uterine prolapses. That's one of the problems you get with selenium deficiency.
Okay.
That can fix that up.
Yep.
Then of course you get zinc. Don't often see it, but you get what we call baldy calves. In other words, they do not produce the hair properly on their skin. And of course zinc is important in hoof growth. So if you've got cattle that have got problems with their feet, then maybe zinc can help. And iodine when you've got goiter and you get dead calves and those sort of things. So they're really important. You really don't need them all year round. We've found that mostly they are taken up and used when you get those spring pastures that are full of water, and so their minerals are deficient. But you can keep out a mineral mix, except if you've got specific problems, all year round, and they will sell. But you don't put it together, you put it in one package.
Right.
This is a concept that I pioneered, if you like, where a lot of people made the problem with supplementation was they tried to do everything in the one package.
Yep.
Animals, when they go into a paddock, they don't eat the same all the way through. They eat different parts of the plant and come back to it, because they're looking for protein initially, and then enough energy or enough energy precursors, then the minerals and those sort of things. So if you put them in different packages, you get a much better result. A lot of people don't like it, but it can be done. And I'm certainly working on some loose mixes rather than blocks at this stage, which are more modern and more effective in use.
All right, so if anyone's got any questions about minerals or whatever else, they're quite welcome to contact you about this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. Well, Wayne's email address is just there below you. If you've got a question about it, for goodness sake, email Wayne in and you'll get a good answer back. So thanks very much for viewing it. Stick with the Drovers Journal and we'll be back to you soon. See ya.